Here I am going to discuss about one-dimensional arrays using strings. Strings in C are represented by the array of characters. The end of the string is marked with a special character, that is a null character. It is a character all of whose bits are 0, that is null. The null or string terminating character is represented by another character. It is nothing but the escape sequence, that is /0, which is the representation for null character. C does not have a string data type. It allows string constants. Declaration of a string. The strings can be declared like one-dimensional arrays. For example, the character string of 9, which is equal to, within double quotes, I like C is mentioned, which is same as, we can also be mentioned, that is character string of 9, which is equal to, within square brackets, within single quotes, I, comma, the space character is to be mentioned within single quotes, comma, then L, then I, then K, then E, then one space, then C, then which is terminated by a null character, then close the square brackets, sorry, close the parenthesis. Whenever a string enclosed in double quotes is written, C automatically creates an array of characters containing that string, which is terminated by the null character. The next one is the printing strings. This conversion type S is used for output of strings using printf statement. Width and the precision specifications may be used with %S conversion specifier. The width specifies the minimum output field width. If the string is shorter, then space padding is generated. The precision specifies the maximum number of characters to be displayed. The string is too long, then remaining are truncated. Example, printf of, within double quotes, %7.3s, close the double quotes, comma, name. This specifies that only the first 3 characters have to be printed in a total field width of 7 characters and the right justified in the allocated width by default. We can include a minus sign to make it left justified, that is %-7.3. Then when the field width is less than the length of the string, the entire string is printed. The integer value on the right hand side of the decimal point specifies the number of characters to be printed. Then when the number of characters to be printed is specified as 0, nothing is printed. The minus sign in the specification causes the string to be printed as left justified. The library function sprintf function is similar to ordinary printf function. The only difference is that the formatted output is written to a memory area rather than directly to a standard output. It is particularly useful in construct formatted strings in memory for subsequent transmission over a communication channel or to a special device. Its relationship with printf statement is similar to the relationship between scanf and scanf function. The library function putSof may be used to copy a string to the standard output. Its single parameter is the start address of the string. It writes a new line character to standard output after it has written the string. The following program illustrates the use of %S conversion specifier. Here in this program, the first output is the normal string output. The second one is the output causes the string to be printed as right justified. The third output is left justified. The fourth output is the first 4 characters printed on the screen. And the fifth output is The first four characters are printed and it is left justified. The sixth output is the first four characters are printed and it is right justified. The next one is a string input. That is using %s control string with the scanf function. Strings may be read in using the %s conversion with the function of scanf statement. But it has some restrictions. The first is that the scanf function will only recognize a sequence of characters delimited by whitespace characters as an external string. The second one is that it is the programmer's responsibility to ensure that there is enough space to receive and store the incoming string along with the terminating null, which is automatically generated and stored by scanf function as a part of %s conversion. The associated parameter in the value list must be the address of the first location in an area of memory set aside to store the incoming string. Of course, a field width may be specified and this is the maximum number of characters that are read in, but remember that any extra characters are left unconsumed in the input buffer. Here is a simple use of scanf function with %s conversion is illustrated here. In the printf statement, it prints the first d characters of the string in the field width of w. Scanset is another method for taking the input from the user. The scanset conversion facility provided by scanf function is a useful string input method. This conversion facility allows the programmer to specify the set of characters that are acceptable as a part of the string. The scanset conversion consists of a list of acceptable characters enclosed within square brackets. A range of characters may be specified using notations such as within single quotes a-z, meaning the all characters within this range. The actual interpretation of a range in this method is implementation specific. That is, it depends on the particular character set being used on the host computer. If an actual hyphen within single quotes is required in the scan set, it must be the first or last character in the set. If the first character after the square brackets within single quotes is a cap symbol within single quotes character, then rest of the scan set specifies unacceptable characters rather than acceptable characters. This program shows the use of scanset. Note that in all cases, the conversion is terminated by the input of something other than a space or lowercase letter. The circumflex, that is a cap symbol, plays an important role while taking input. This program shows the single line input using scanset with circumflex, that is a cap symbol character. For a single line text input, the user presses the return key or enter key to terminate the string. The maximum number of characters typed by the user might be 80. Because the screen can print a maximum of 80 characters, all characters are allowed to be typed as the input except new line. The computer takes this new line as a clue indicating that the string has ended. The next one is a multi-line input using scanset. One can use a bracketed string read, that is percentage within square brackets, where the square brackets are used to enclose all characters which are permissible in the input. If any character other than those listed within the brackets occurs in the input string, further reading is terminated. Reciprocally, those characters may be specified with the brackets which, if found in the input, will cause further reading of the string to be terminated. Such input terminators must be preceded by the caret symbol or the circumflex symbol. If the input for the string consists of embedded spaces, no matter what, they will all be accepted by the scanf function and the reading will stop when a tilde symbol is entered. This is illustrated in this program. This is another method for taking the input from the user. The best approach to string input is to use a library function called getSof. This function takes the start address of an area of memory suitable to hold the input as a single parameter. The complete input line is read in and stored in the memory area as a null terminated string. It is illustrated in the following program. Note that this function can be implemented using getChar function or scanf function with %c conversion specifier using scanf function. There are a variety of library functions for handling the input data that has been read in using getSof function. The most useful include scanf function and the function atoa function. The function scanf applies scanf type conversions to data held in a program buffer as a single string rather than to data read from the standard input. The atoa function converts a character string from external decimal form to internal binary form. The next one is a string input and output using fscanf function and fprintf function. Standard in, standard out and standard error. Each C program has three input-output streams. The input stream is called standard input, that is stdin. The usual output stream is called standard output, that is stdout, and the side stream of output characters for errors is called standard error, that is stderr. Internally, they occupy file descriptors 0, 1 and 2 respectively. Now one might think that the calls to fprintf function and fscanf function differ significantly from calls to printf function and a normal scanf function. Fprintf function sends formatted output to a stream and fscanf scans and formats input from a stream. This is illustrated in this example. The next one is a character manipulation in the string. The table lists the character handling functions of the header file. Notice that except for the t upper and the t lower functions, all these functions return values indicating true or false. It may be recalled that in C, the true is any non-zero number and false is 0. The character is seemingly typed as an integer in this function. This is because the character functions are really looking at the ASCII values of the characters, which are integers. The next one is a string manipulation. C has the weakest character string capability of any general purpose programming language. Strictly speaking, there are no character strings in C, just arrays of single characters that are really small integers. If S1 and S2 are such strings, a program cannot assign one to the other, that is S1 equals S2. Then compare them for collating sequence, that is S1 less than S2, and concatenate them to form a single longer string S1 plus S2, then return a string as a result of a function. A set of standard C library functions that are contained in string.h header file provides limited support for the first three. By convention, the end of a string is delimited by the non-printable null character, that is a 0 value, but there is no indication of the amount of memory allocated. Consequently, both user code and standard library functions can overwrite memory outside the space allocated for the array of characters. The string header string.h provides many functions useful for manipulating strings or character arrays, such as string copy, string concatenation, string length, string compare, then occurrence. Here the string length function is particularly straightforward. Its single parameter is the address of the start of the string, and its value is the number of characters in the string excluding the terminating null character. To demonstrate the use of string length function, here is a simple program that reads in a string and prints it out reversed. The repeated operation of this program is terminated by the user by entering a string of length 0, that is by hitting the return key immediately after the program prompt. The program operates by printing the characters one by one, starting with the last non-null character of the string. Notice that the len will have been decremented before the output of the character. This is correct since the length returned by string length of function is the length excluding the null character, but the actual characters are aggregate members, that is from 0 to length minus 1. The output of this program for different sample runs are illustrated here.